Yo, what's going on? Just on time. How's it going, Evo Code? Zeta and YB, how's it going? Alright, let's play some music. I'm tired today. I feel like I said every time we get on. Let's see. God, I hate this song so much. There we go. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Evo, how's it going? Well, I want to change the format of Sundays back to how it used to be. Ooh, nice. I'm currently working on a speech about importance of cybersecurity. That's cool. What's up, Blank? What's up, Extra? How's it going? Yeah, I want to change the format back to how it was on Sundays. I don't want to do Recon DB on Sundays anymore. I want to just go back to actually hacking Yahoo without finding actual vulns like we did originally. What's up, clan? What do you think? What do y'all think? Should we go back to just purely hacking Yahoo and finding interesting stuff and letting you guys exploit them versus making Recon DB and pushing? I want to push Recon DB to Saturdays where I just develop stuff. But the reason why I did Recon DB was I feel like Sundays were getting repetitive, but I think me hacking is more fun than anything else. I also have fake blood all over my hands from going out last night for Halloween. Yeah, so what I was gonna do is I was gonna ask everybody on the stream what they like. So what are some things you want to learn, and then we can create a schedule and post that schedule online. Because Saturdays what I use like new tools, and I feel like I can just automate stuff on there. And then move Recon DB to Saturdays, and Sundays we can do just hacking and use the stuff that we built on Saturdays. What's up, Furious? How's it going? It's been a while. What y'all think? Can we do a vote? If you like, okay, how about this? If you want to push Recon DB to Saturdays, just hit me with a Y in the chat. If you want to keep Recon DB on Sundays, hit me with an N. Yeah. Well, the 5 of you guys voting, 6 of you voting. We should try some private scanners. No, I don't want to use scanners. Alright, so what we'll do is Sunday we'll try tools that are already written for Recon. And yeah, okay, well, that settles it. Cool. Shall we start? Man, I love seeing these new names. See a couple of new names I've never seen. Felipe is going to join me around noon. He'll be here. I'm excited to interview him. Him and I have a little bit of history, good and bad. But he has done some really, really cool stuff. He's been very active with bug bounties for a while. He's one of the oldest people in this community, like one of the older people that's been in the community for a while. And he's very well known for hacking Facebook a lot. So, hey, Hebo. And I'm excited to interview him. What are we doing today? All right, so. Oh, what's up, Glenn? Will I write a book in the future? No, I suck at writing things. What's this video you sent me? No, I'm not. No, I'm not using a scanner. How to use bug bounty to start a career in Silicon Valley? Oh, you're sending it to somebody else. Okay. All right. So no more Recon DB on Sundays. It's gonna be on Saturdays, and we're gonna just go purely hack stuff. Also, Rising has been very, very fun. This looks so cool now. All right, let me switch my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. And let's see. Coolest thing I love about Burp. The coolest thing I love about Burp is when it crashes my stream. When I'm live solving CTFs and it just crashes everything. I want to hack DoD live at some point. I've asked them to let me do it too, but we shall see. All right, there we go. Stoke is gonna come on the show eventually again. He's been on my show. He's been on this Sunday stream. I think he was my first guest ever. I brought him on. If ever I've brought on a guest, it was him, I think. I want to bring him on. It's not that I don't want to bring him on. I love Stoke. He's a really good friend of mine. But it's just that I don't want to repeat the same guest over and over again. But I do want to bring him on, absolutely. I would love to bring him on. Let me fix this. It's bothering me. There we go. Fixed it. I think. All right, so voting is done. Let's just start doing what we always do. What I thought about is like maybe we can use the Recon DB data to do some stuff. But let's see if MySQL is even up. Okay, MySQL is up. So we do have some good data to hack on at least. Let me see what this looks like now. This is the one that gave us a response code. Okay, so what we'll do is where response code is equal to 404. So this is all of them. There's 896 of them. And we can scan some of these and see which ones are interesting. And then we can feed some of this to DNSGen too. Like, these are the stuff that I've never seen on Yahoo. I mean, it's stored, but still. There's a CMS thing in here that I just saw. There's a lot of stuff on here. Yeah, so the other thing that I didn't like about doing Recon DB on Sundays was that I never got to go through any of the data that I found. Like, these are some cool stuff that I've never seen. Hold on, let's do a history and grep for MySQL. I think it was R. Oh boy, don't do that. There we go. What I'm looking for is this, so I can just... Then let's automate this, because I don't want to deal with it every time. Pull MySQL data. Maybe we can call it MSQ. And what this will do, we'll have it, I hate shortcuts on, there we go. We'll put our, this, I don't think it would work because of the quotes, right? Let's try it. minus. Okay, so that username is NahamSec, and okay, let's see if this works real quick. Hold on, let's close this out, and let's source it. And I forgot what I called it. MSQ. Okay. Select everything from recondb dot headers. Let's see if this works. Why? This should have worked, right? Yeah, hacking on Windows is not the funnest thing to do. Let's see. But I mean, I'm not hacking it directly from Windows. I am using Ubuntu to connect to my own box. So, all right. Well, trying to think of how to do this. This should technically work, but it's not working. Alright, did I even source this? I didn't source it. Whoa. What is happening? Okay. Alright, whatever. I tried. At least I can have it echo this, so I don't have to look for it every time. Yep. We do have a guest. Felipe, I think is how you say his name. His first name. He's coming to join me. He's a very well-known Facebook hacker. And he has some really cool stuff that he's done. What's up, hey? What's up, B? I can't say your name. Oh, look, SecurityB's here. What's up? No, I don't recommend a VM. If you have if you have $10, $20 a month to spend, get a DigitalOcean box. Makes it easier. Am I really hacking Verizon? No, I'm just lying. I'm a fraud. I'm not hacking anything. I like to have a box just so I can dump these boxes and just bounce whenever I want. So, all right, let's do this. Select everything from recondb.headers, where response code is equal to 200. Let's see what we get. I don't understand why these come back as 200. So let's look at it, understand it a little bit. Okay, so these are YAML stuff. Not YAML. YAM stuff. It's the ad site for Yahoo, advertising site. But doesn't mean that we're not going to go after them. Interesting. Should we start a schedule for... Let's start a schedule what we want to do. What are some things you all are interested in? What? Did I lose access to my own? Oh, I know why. What are some things you guys, in regards to Recon, what are some things you all want to get better at? What are some things that you want me to show? I'm not looking at the chat, but just dump them in there. I'll look at it in a sec. There we go. I need to get access to this. Recon some spicy stuff. Well, that doesn't help. Can you share the API endpoints on your GitHub, please? All right, so number one thing here. Let's talk about some of the things that we want to do. We'll do topics. do a possible date. And this is going to be Saturday's work from now on. So we're going to work this on Saturdays. This is going to be, oh yeah, some of the domains that I found that were really interesting. By the way, is Oath in scope for the Verizon Media program? Because we can do some Oath Recon would be really fun. So there's some Oath stuff here. It says everyone is eligible to submit a bug to Verizon Media, but we're currently inviting a few people into Verizon Media private. Bugs with Oath that are not in scope of HackerOne can still be submitted. So we can technically do some recon on Oath and all these other sites. Like Gemini. All these we can do. Did you give out all your 1-year prescriptions? What prescriptions? You mean the 1 month Pentester Lab stuff? Wait, I have Dracula. What is this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like the way this looks right now. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I gave out a bunch. I have more I'm going to give out soon. Alright, let's tweet this out then. No more Recon DB on Saturday or Sundays. Move that to Saturday. I'm going back to just hacking on. Hold on 1 second. Also, this video that's playing right now, it looks sick. Yeah, I can't really find a lot of live bugs. By the way, check this video out. That Joker. That is sick. That's why I'm going to watch it one more time if it plays. That is hyped. Look at how hyped these people are. The first 5 seconds are the best. Alright. That was good. Alright, let me play my music. Not this song, please. No more of this song. All right, so let's really take this down on how we're gonna do it. Maybe we should. Ooh, okay. Well, this looks really interesting. So a few things that made this interesting is one, it goes to this site, and then HTTPS points it to. HTTPS points it to a login. Let's see what we find. Oh, that does work too. me see if I can open it real quick. Cool. So we have some stuff here. Can we open this? No. But wait a second. What is this? Admin. No. Go back. Interesting. There's some 9,001 ports open. So let's start taking notes of these. Let's call this interesting ports. Source port number, not porn number. What the fuck? Port number. So the reason why I'm going to note this is when we do run some nmap, I want to know about these. Also, this is interesting because it's not actually going to. Wait, is this? I don't think this is Octa, is it? Oh, look, hold on. Let's do one thing at a time. Okay, this is interesting. It's 9007. Yeah, I'm always calm. I mean, why are you nervous is what I want to understand. Bit, why are you nervous when we hack? Are you like, what's the worst thing that could happen when you're hacking? You're not gonna find a bug. Yeah, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if you find the first bug or if you find a bug first? The worst absolute case is you don't find it first and you get a dupe. You're not gonna. It's not gonna end your life. Ooh, interesting. I don't mean that in a condescending way, but who gives a shit? I mean, I get that you don't want to be duped. You're putting your own, you're putting a lot of time into it. But AOL Cloud. Let's take a note of that. The worst case scenario is that you spend 5 hours, you found the valid bug that somebody else found. And the best case scenario is you make a fuck ton of money. So again, who gives a shit? You have to really seriously, man, I've been there. I've been there where I would be like, I have to find a bug. I have to find a bug. I have to find a bug. And when I relied on the money from bug bounties, when I just started saying who gives a shit, it really changed. Who gives a shit? You don't stress anymore. It doesn't mess with your head to fucking find bugs. It really, if you have the mentality of who gives a shit. I mean, I know it sucks. You find a $10,000 bug, you get duped, right? I give a shit at that point. But seriously, when you're hacking, who cares? The whole thing that people don't understand about bug bounties, I know it's not a real sport. It's not really considered as a sport. But imagine playing sports, right? If you go in with the mentality, your confidence, or your mentality is that we are going to lose, it's going to mess with your head. It really will mess with your head. Wait, what the fuck? Why is OBS playing in here? There we go. This is what I wanted. All right. How do you guys take notes when you do bug bounties? I want to take some really cool notes. Should we just do a doc? Or should I do Evernotes? Should I do a GitHub? Just straight up go to GitHub and I don't want to do GitHub. OneNote. All right. I don't think let me make sure I don't have any. Yeah, you can have that email address that's on there. There we go. Wow, I used to use this for school, I guess. Wow, it's been a while since I've used this. Well, guess what? These are all. Wow, I did use this for notes. I don't remember doing this. Oh, they can go away. Wow, this is bringing back some memories of not going to take notes. All right, let's do this. Let's delete everything here. Can you, whoever introduced me this? Wait, hold on. Who was this? Who said OneNote? Can I Ash, can I actually like share my notes with someone afterwards? Oh yeah, I can. Cool. Oh, what's up, X? Okay, so we'll just do them by date. Today is October 27th. By the way, I was gonna have a mask on when I stream today, but I'm gonna do it on Tuesday instead. Oh, the date is right here. Duh. Alright, so we'll split this up, and then at the end of the stream, I'll just make it smaller and put it in the sheet. We'll do interesting hosts for the section 1, heading 1. Then we will do, hey, how does this work? Interesting. Okay, interesting host. Interesting endpoints. And then we'll make an interesting port. Interesting ports. Okay, cool. All right. Cool. And then when I'm done, I'll make like a summary in here and share it. All right. This one looks interesting because it has admin in it, and I am going to keep this for now in here, so we can put it into our word list and see where it comes up next time when we mass scan stuff. Also, like, it doesn't hurt to have these, so let's just have it for now. Okay, go away. There we go. 8080 is where this is supposed to be apparently. So we'll just put 8080 on here, especially when it comes down to like AOL. Oh god, I hate GeForce. Go away. Okay. I'm going full Microsoft here, man. I need to get a sponsorship with Microsoft, I guess, now, huh? Alright, so these ones are the ones we want. I have some decent endpoints. Like, the reason why I'm copying this is I'm getting this straight from Yahoo. Or AOL, whatever. I'm straight getting this from AOL. Chances are there's going to be... Thank you for that sub. Chances are there's going to be more sites we're going to come across that has the same exact structure as this site. And I want to make a note of that. What's up, RHack? Does that make sense? So we're going to keep this. The fact that this is admin, I want to directly brute force it. So, God, I have way too many windows open. And also this, I got to dig into it a little bit deeper. Index.js is what I want, but hold on. This needs to go into... Jeez, I had to close some of these windows. Okay, you keep playing. Can someone find me a decent payload that's not copyrighted so I can play? I'm getting tired of this payload. I mean, this, not payload, this library of music now I'm listening to. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, this goes into here. We're gonna go to tools, directory search. Do I have a directory search? No, I don't. Okay. What is API.txt? Let me check. Oops. I have no clue what these are. Oh, is this from the... This is from Cyclist. I don't want this. Let me see. That's what I want. Cool. So it's on the default. Let's just mask scan, and not mask scan. Let's just directory brute force this thing and see what admin finds us. Let's give it 200 threads. Give it the flag B just in case the SSL start has some problems. We will also give it a HTML for now. And you is going to be this thing. Let's see it. What is this? Progressive house. Okay. Are you sure it's Are you sure it's not royalty free? Because I want to make sure I don't get dinged for this. Can somebody link me to those API endpoints that were someone put on GitHub? Someone posted on GitHub, the ones that we got from my tweets. I'm just going to pull it and put it in here. Let's see if we can index.js. Nope. Wait a second. Where was this? Let's look at that. And look at that again. Why is this like this? What is this? So there's some templates here we can probably mess with. Maybe not. So these are supposed to be here, but I just don't know why it's not loading. Let's say not HTTP. I think HTTP isn't. I think HTTP isn't really validating the login. That's Drupal, you think? Yeah, that's where I was hitting it too. It's after admin. It matches with features. Let's see if this folder exists. No. Okay, it's okay. I mean, the templates aren't going to give me much. I just want to see what the site could look like. Is there any admin references to this? So, there aren't any admin folder. Okay, taxonomy right here. What is this? We just saw this. I just saw something similar to this earlier. Right here. But I don't think it's going to actually load anything. Excuse me. interesting. But what I can do, I mean, I can't really do much with this. Oh, cool. I'll play this next. So there's a futures folder that has stuff as HTML. And I bet you we can access this one. Really? Okay, I'm going to keep that in our notes. This is something we want to keep poking at. What does index.html look like? It keeps pushing us to go back. See, like, this is interesting stuff because I want to see what's behind these. Okay. What's up, addicts? There's some really weird, funky stuff here. Like, I want to see what this is. Look at this. Features tags, data partner, external user credentials, credential summary. This has to be. There's got to be something here. I'm telling you, there's got to be something here. This needs to. Okay, I need to make a note of this because this is credentials now. And if it hits, I want to see it. Yeah, I did a scan of the ASN a while ago. I have to dump the data for it, but I still have it up too. The box is still up for it. I mass scanned it though, not unmapped. Hold on, let's see if there's any secrets in here. Secret access key. Look at this. Let's see what password gives us. Password, okay. Is there anything from Yahoo or AOL.com? Oh, okay. What is this? Goes to G Suite. Okay. Some emails being leaked. That's fine. Another drive. We saw this already though. But Team AOL is something that I didn't know. So let's just put it here. This is going to drive me nuts every time I copy paste something and it has a source. Is there any... Oh. Okay, so here's some IP addresses. I wonder what would happen if we did this. Just bear with me. Hold on. I think I want to see what this would look like if I just open it up. Really? Okay, hold on one sec. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. This is a little bit better to see at least. So this is pretty much a fricked up version of what we were looking at. Where did the credentials come from is what I want to know. All right. Cool. Well, yeah, I did all their B2B stuff, which makes sense. Let's play this. Just because I don't want to risk getting some music that's copyrighted. Wow, I like his music. This is really good. Who sent me this? Whoever sent me this playlist, this is really good. Thank you for that. Okay, well, at least we have a little bit of interesting data on advertising.aol. Look at this. Are you guys watching this? Holy crap. Look at all this. Holy shit. Sorry, I forgot to unmute the music. Okay, this is there's a lot of stuff in here. Like AOL Cloud. Hey Scorpio, thank you for joining. There's Yahoo Inc. references to it too, which is pretty interesting. Let's see. There's a lot of interesting stuff. I'm trying to find like the easiest way for us to hit these, but for now I want to just grab these API endpoints. Look at this, user management. Alright, how do I disable source? Who was it that said? I think it was Ash. How do I disable that crap? Okay. Let's make this easier for ourselves. Yes, it is PHWD today. So let's just with credentials for now. Wow, look at this. There's a V4 thing right here, user management users. Alright, let's keep this for now. Okay. See, there's a lot of admin stuff. All right, let's do this. Let's see if any of these, a few more of these work. Also, I don't know what this port, I don't know what that host is. But I do want to know if it's a part of AOL or not. Who owns this?
It's YouTube Music.
Huh. It says Yahoo title.
Of Music Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
This is a Yahoo host. This has to belong to Yahoo. It's ATS, and Yahoo is the title of it. ASN is on Yahoo Oath. Okay. Hold on. I want to know what's on this. Yeah, I saw the localhost 8082. But I'm interested in seeing what AdApp TV is. I want to know what other references of this they make. So it has this SJ thing. We should go after SJ more than likely. I think the new cert I think cert message is broken lately because I haven't been able to use it, but let's see. Yeah, it's been doing this for a while. Also, demo hoster, what's this? Fuck is this? Demohoster.com? GoDaddy. Okay, this is not Yahoo. We can leave that alone. Yeah, I think they're related to Jason, but I need to All right, screw it. Let's see what AMAS gives us. Oh. There we go. Okay, there's a lot of garbage on it, but lots of garbage. I want to go after this just straight. Let's see what this gives us. Okay, dub obvious, but let's just let it do its thing. I wonder if they're dumb enough to put some credentials in here. I wonder if there's any way of curling and beautifying JS.
No, I'm not paying attention to going there. Nah, I came alone.
Someone's figured it out, watch. Maybe not.
You know what, I'm gonna go in the back. I'm gonna wait till the bouncer takes 5 and I'm gonna go through the back. And I'm not taking my
Wait, can we do it?
Fuck this club. I'm at the bar getting water.
Here you go.
Hold up, what's that?
It's a bottle of water.
Yeah, nah, I'm in.
Can I give it a URL?
Shorty looking like a 12. Super mad cause she's sipping on well. She wanna take shots like she cartel. I let her
Really?
dude buy a top.
Let's try it, because if I can do that, I can get for a lot of stuff.
I'm not shelling,
Oh, come on.
pay rent. You're looking at me like the boy got wealth, but I'm a baller, baby, everywhere else. Man, she said she want drinks. Sorry, baby.
Is this still
Pricey. I'm not
free music?
for a shot,
Okay,
no,
it
I know
is.
that sound cheap, but that's how I stay icy.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Man, she said said she want drinks. Sorry, baby, but that shit kinda pricey. I'm not paying 20 for a shot. Now I know that sounds cheap, but that's how I stay icy.
I was enjoying this guy's music, but I'm not anymore.
But that shit kinda pricey.
Alright.
Man, she said she want drinks.
I'm gonna try this really quickly,
Cheap, but that's
and
how I stay icy.
then I'm gonna go get a drink. Thank you for the follow.
I got a 10 spot. I ain't paying more, and I can see it's all dudes on the dance floor. Bullshit. It's a Wednesday night
What?
where you get off with a cover price. I split a 30 rack, bro. I'm feeling nice. Let me get inside and find my fucking wallet.
Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it.
Why you push me that hard?
Oh, Bitcoin. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the gifts.
Can't see shit. Think I dropped my bank card, man. I should have gone to the dive bar.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. You guys are way too kind.
Sorry, baby, but that shit kinda pricey. I'm not paying 20 for a shot. Now I know that sounds cheap, but that's how I stay icy. Man, she said she want drinks.
Yeah, I don't think you can give it a URL.
Kinda pricey. I'm not paying 20 for a shot. Now I know that sounds cheap, but that's how I stay icy.
What if I W get this? Let me get a coffee. My coffee's out. Give me a sec. I gotta get a coffee real quick.
But that shit kinda pricey.
Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it.
Man, she said she want drinks.
Hey man, I have some of the best people that watch my show, and I appreciate every single one of you. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get a coffee really quick. We're gonna index more of these, and we'll move on to the next host. It's like, okay.
Man, she said she want drinks.
The reason why I don't want to use the
Sound cheap, but that's
The reason why I don't want to use the dev tools is because I want to curl it on my box, not on my actual PC. I want to curl this and have it just pull URLs based on the command I'm giving it. But for now, it's not a big deal. I'm going to let this run again, and I'm going to go get a coffee. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to curl -O and put it in my box and then feed it into the other one and pull it out. But give me a sec. Ooh, missing internal user. I'll be right back. I gotta get coffee real quick. I'm out of coffee. So, one sec. Coffee is life. Alright. I'm back alive with my coffee. Alright, where were we? So, let me get comfortable. By the way, I love this ShellCon guy I represent. This is one of the dopest cons I've been to. So if you're in the LA area, ShellCon is the place to be. Alright, why do I have this up? There we go. Alright, there's a lot of interesting shit in here. This is something that we need to keep. Like, but what blows my mind is that it doesn't find anything for adapt.sj.adapt. Can I do GitHub search? I'm not logged into GitHub. Damn it. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me see if I can log in really quick. Let's see. Let me see if I can authenticate to my GitHub really quickly. I want to see what Adapt has on GitHub. Oh, I can't connect to my... that sucks for me. Well... oh, there we go. I got access. Alright, so I'm going to run it through GitHub really quick. I'm going to put GitHub over here so you guys can see too. And there is some stuff, it looks like. Some really interesting stuff, actually.
I see. Damn, bro, what the fuck happened to you?
Hey, what's good, bro?
Good, bro?
No.
What happened?
I don't know, man. I don't even remember. I think I got punched.
You look
Ain't seeing the domain. Oh, let me zoom in.
Yo, Damien Hiller was in there and I just stole this bottle of Ciroc.
Better?
So I'm gonna go split this?
Oh, hell yeah.
Actually, no, I think you're good.
So there is some
Yeah, for sure.
some stuff on here. Not as much as I thought it would be.
Basically, this has over 1,200 MIDI files that can help you make chord progression. So, for example,
I
if you
don't
look
care. Don't play your ads on my stream. There we go. So there is a lot of data here for adapt.tv. Who is this person? They don't work for Verizon Media, or at least they don't anymore. So I don't have to chase this. Alright, I'm not gonna chase this. Hey Tesla, thank you. Digital dumpster diving. Have you seen my talk? Is that why you're saying digital dumpster diving? Interesting as to... wait a second. Huh. Where was the JS folder that we're looking at? This. Interesting. Let's see if any of these load. No. Okay, well, if that doesn't work, let's try this. Let's have AMAS look for everything that is AOL advertising sites. Yeah, it's literally you're dumpster diving through people's trash that gets posted on GitHub. Honestly, I can't do it live, but I may make a video about it. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so this is something we can actually go after, but I want to see if I find any DMP stuff. I didn't save the output of this. And to be honest, I don't care about any of these nodes. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to grab... Oh, Jenkins. Hello. I'm going to grab all of this. For now. And I'm going to say, fuck it. And I'm gonna go to Recon data and media AOL. Just so I have the data. Wait, hold on. Let's do this first. And then let's read in this into the HTTP probe. YDMP? What do you mean YDMP? AOL.com is in scope of Oath Verizon Media Program, I believe. I'm going to give this another 5-10 minutes and then we're going to move on from it. Also, the reason why I came to AOL is because the site that I was looking at, Yahoo, originally points to this. I didn't just go straight for AOL. I pulled this from a domain that was yahoo.com when I first started. This one. Wait a second. That's actually a good point. Oh, shut up. These ads are annoying. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... I wonder, since this is pulling up properly, but HTTPS, however, doesn't. I wonder if we can do some damage here. Like so. Let's see. Let's just try. Okay, that doesn't work. It does work, actually. It looks like it, but redirects. So there's a lot of DMP. This is what we want. Where does this go? Cool. That's not bad at all. It's better than getting redirected. Let's directory brute force this. Let's see what comes up. I should probably put those endpoints in there, but I'm gonna check for those manually really quick. Let's do this one. I don't think it would work. Is there an API? No. Nothing so far. OX dead by. I'm gonna give that a try later if you don't mind. No ad block. I can't use ad block for different reasons that I can't talk about really. I mean, I can, but I don't really want to get into it. Alright, this is still scanning. One sec. All right, sorry, I had to make sure. PHWD. I try to keep in touch with my guests every time they come on the show in case I have any questions. I have to answer some questions to them. All right. It doesn't look like there's much on this one, so let's just go through all these other ones. Cause like taxonomy is another one that came up a lot, but it doesn't help that it's 503ing everything. Let's see this one then. Not much on these, huh? Whoa, that was a typo. Interesting. What's up, failed nuke? How's it going? Alright, I wonder if there is anything in reference to tag. Nothing with tag, huh? Nothing with tag API. This doesn't load. Does it? No. But what does load is this. Is this gonna work? Let's see. Interesting. No. Nope. What if I drop the QAI? No. So what I'm trying to do here is, let's see. So like what I'm trying to figure out here is, I have this, right? It has API advertising Yahoo. And none of these load. So I'm trying to see if I can connect any of these. Hold on, let me open these really quick. Okay, that one works. Let's keep it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out if any URLs come up as the same one as I'm loading, and if I can find like a instance of it that's dev and load the data from there. So like this, for example, right? Our domain is DMP or M. Wait, where is it? MQAI DMP. DMP QAI. So it looks like this pattern right here is something. And then there's like a bunch of other DMP stuff. Like the admin sites are interesting too, which will probably never load. Yeah, this is, I feel like I'm stuck on this. I'm going down a rabbit hole, but the SOAP directory is probably because it's hosted on AWS. AWS by default has SOAP, so that could be why. What is the... Actually, you know what we haven't tried this whole time? Showdown. Showdown always has the answer for some reason. So it redirects to it directly too. Okay. What is this before I open it? So it is AOL Oath with 443 open. That's not AOL. No thanks. Tom Nom Nom's GF tool. You guys want me to use that? I wasn't gonna use any tools. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have to install a lot of tools to figure it out. I'll install them for the next stream. But for now, let's keep on looking at some of these. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on here. I'm gonna step away from this domain now in a sec, just because of the fact that it doesn't have a lot of stuff. Alright, let's move on to the next domain. I think that was good. That was some good data to get out of it. One sec, though. I want to try one more thing. It was test.html. That still doesn't load it. Okay. Another ad. Okay. What do you mean, Jason? Like, you mean pull this into... I don't want to open... The only reason why I'm afraid of opening Burp is every time I open it, it crashes my stream. So I'm very scared of opening Burp. Alright, let's move on from it. Let's go back to ReconDB and see what data we can pull off from ReconDB. Let's just not give up yet. Never hurts to run some stuff on here. What's on status.html, just so I know. Okay.
2.5 million hours of research by dozens of sleep engineers. We're constantly innovating Tempur-Pedic sleep technology, the only mattress material activated by your body.
Yeah, but this is still on. This is also another good domain to go after, I feel like. The V1 stuff. I really hate that cert.sh isn't working anymore. Or did they change the way it works? I think cert is just completely just down now. I don't want to go back to Search Spotter, but
brought to you by the #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer in North America, Ashley Home Store.
yeah, what's going on with cert.sh? Very disappointed.
Ashley Home Store. This is home.
What is happening with cert.sh? Anybody have any? It is down, it looks like. I'm not the only person having problems with it. No, I know I can use AMAS, but I like, you know, I really like cert.sh. Alright, let's enum passive. Let's do production. Let's see where this goes. I just saw something, like I glanced at something that looked interesting in here. I don't know where it went. Oh well. Let's see it. What's this? Let's see. Okay, they all go to B2B stuff. I don't want to deal with that. Flurry Explorer, what's this? And why isn't it showing anything when you hit it? Alright, let's put this into directory brute force. Off of this one. What's this? Okay, there's some interesting domains coming out of this, it looks like. The next thing we should work on, I think, is looking at DNS gen stuff, maybe. Corona Canary Production Omega. Okay, I think I want to test this one. Manifest.json. Let's see what this comes up with. Meh, nothing. It's a React app, that's all we know at least. Oh, this is what we're looking at anyways, never mind. I've always seen the rotation endpoint on a lot of Yahoo domains, but never anything good has came out of it. Let's let this finish up. Static. Huh. Static. Nothing for admin. Let's see. Admin user admin. Role lookup admin writer reader 1. Okay. This is a huge huge JavaScript file. Wait. Go back. V3. What was that? V4. Hold on. Okay, so this is where user management comes into play, maybe. Wow, it's a huge JS file, though. It is ginormous. Let's see. Yeah, it's so big that like Chrome is just tripping out. Let's see. Huh. Is there an admin folder in here? No. But we know this exists. Okay. What is this O folder? You guys see that? Alright, I think we have to go after this next. No such key. Okay, that's fine. Do I have DNS gen on here? I do have DNS gen. Let's see if that does anything. I've never used DNS gen. I'll have to have a file for it. Never mind. Thank you for the follow. We'll do DNS gen another time. Yes, it is a VPS. I love how I was gonna move on from this host and then here we are. Let's see if there's any like secret. They must have messed up somewhere in here. Yes, DigitalOcean as well. Oh, that didn't work. Oops. So there's some. They're the same exact thing as last time. I feel like. Because I don't want to get my local IP banned. So, oh shit. What is this one? Does that load? No. But there's a QA side. Maybe a QA side would work. Ah, look at that. So no matter what we give it, it's gonna. Even though I made that mistake, it was a typo. It just still didn't load it. Huh. Yeah, the amount of money you're gonna pay for a VPN, you might just get a VPS instead. 403. I want to say there's more on this. This one central thing, let's add it. And I think I'm going to keep that for now. I'm going to put that in here for now. One central. Yes, some of it is from Cyclist, some of it is the stuff that I have gathered on my own. Like, these are really interesting things, like marketing initiative, right? Like, I misspelled it. It's so large that it can't even. And let's script for marketing real quick. Sorry about that. I don't think this would work, but let's try it. No, it didn't work. Let's add this to the notes. Okay, let's leave this alone for now. I gotta join. Alright, I'm gonna take a 1 minute break and I'm gonna bring PHWD on, okay? Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a 1 minute break really quick. Because I'm gonna be on for another hour or so. So give me 1 sec, I'll be right back, and then we'll bring PHWD on.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. How are you? No problem. That's okay. It's totally fine. If voice chat is fine, that'd be perfect.
All right, so I'm back, and I have PHWD with me here, who has been very, very well known in not only the bug bounty community, but in, you know, more specifically in Facebook's bug bounty program. How's it going, my friend?
I'm great. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just another Sunday doing some streaming and hacking on Yahoo. But I think the most exciting part about my streams is, when people like you and other hackers join me to tell me about their way of hacking. Before we start with the interview part, do you want to give us a quick introduction of who you are, what's your background, kind of?
My name's Philippe Harewood, also known as PHWD. PHWD are my initials. I used to do a lot of API development, and I like doing Facebook program.
Cool. And then you said you did API development. So is that your background before you got into bug bounties?
Yeah, I used to be very heavy into Stack Overflow and answering Facebook API questions.
Okay, it all makes sense now. Like, it all makes sense why you're so good at the freaking Facebook program with, like, all the API fuzzing you have done. Like, GraphQL itself must be super hard to, understand, and not only understand, but also, like, find vulns in, right?
Yeah, it's tough, but you could get used to it after a while.
So talk to me about GraphQL. How did you learn GraphQL?
I was originally checking some Graph API points, and it came up when I was looking through some files.
And that was just you developing stuff for yourself, or was it just hacking and you came across GraphQL?
When I was hacking, I came across GraphQL.
Okay, for a noob like me, how do I learn GraphQL? How did you learn GraphQL?
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah. Is there any like resources online that you use, or was it just mostly like going on Facebook and?
Before Facebook released their GraphQL schema, I kind of just looked online. I asked this one person, he knew something because I saw a GitHub gist of his GraphQL assumptions of what Facebook was doing. So I messaged him, and he kind of helped me out for a bit. And I just kept looking online and other people trying to check it out and try to put the pieces together.
And then
kind of helped.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it. Just a lot of trial and error. I got a lot of times I got it wrong. A lot of the fields wrong. A lot of the assumptions wrong.
So you just sit there and you just debug it until you pretty much got the right query and just keep
yeah.
going. It's interesting. Yeah. What is so let's take it back a little bit more. So you said you had development background. How did you hear about bug bounties?
I used to be a power user of Facebook, so I used to be interested in a lot of the Facebook features.
Okay.
I read about Facebook bug bounties probably about 1 or 2 years before I started, and it seemed very over my head. I was like, these are really super hacker people doing super hacker stuff. I'm not really in that league, so I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Okay.
And I left that alone for like 2 years, and then 2 years later, I was doing some Facebook API stuff and came across this really weird bug, and that's what kind of got me into it.
When was this? Like, when did you start?
Where are we now? 2019. So that's what, 2013.
Wow. So you've been around. You've been around for 6 years. You're one of the vetted hackers.
Maybe.
So as you know, like on Sundays, I do a lot of recon. What is your definition of recon? What does recon mean to you?
I think it's what you want to get the data out of. Your recon for a intent. Like I'm reconning because I want a specific endpoint to get me somewhere, or I'm reconning because I'm looking for a specific enum or specific value to finish a query or a API action. So
Okay.
it's not really for me, like I don't want to be sitting down here looking at stuff sometimes. I want to just go out and do stuff instead.
Uh-huh.
I want to like enjoy life. So sometimes I'll have this let the automation do what it needs to be done for my intents. Like I'm looking for specific stuff
Okay.
and I'll let it give me notifications through a webhook, through a Facebook
Interesting.
Messenger bot. So anytime during the day, the Messenger bot will give me a message and see what assets are out there that I need to check. And when I get back home, I'll give it a check and have a whack at it.
So you've automated even your GraphQL recon? Is that what you're saying?
Not the GraphQL itself, but a lot of the assets that I want to see that I know have issues in it. I will have stuff for it to check to see certain fields I'm looking for that I want to know about. They always come up as issues for me. So I don't want to say it out because then people will try to look for it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But it makes sense. Like, but what I'm trying to understand is like, but how do you do recon when it comes down to like trying to figure out how this query works? Do you go read the documentation? Do you go put it in GitHub? Do you Google for it, or do you just try and error for everything?
I think when you start to like, well, for me, when I start to do an API, you start to feel what it's supposed to be doing. And after a while, you tend to, it's not like a field force kind of thing. It's more like, right, so you see a query, it returns a fragment for you. You've seen this fragment so many times, you know exactly what the fields are supposed to be. So then you go back and you reverse it and you test for those fields, and it turns out to be those fields most of the times. Like they tend to not change the field names. Like why would they just for the front? That really makes no sense sometimes for me.
Do you hack on other programs outside of Facebook?
Only if I run out of scope. So like if I run out of scope to some other thing, I'll give it a test.
Okay. What are some of your other favorite programs outside of Facebook? Public ones that you can talk about at least.
I like how well there's a private program I don't think I can publicly talk about. I like Uber.
Okay.
Uber is a very good one because of their policy page.
Okay.
I like how they present the little buckets of how you should find attacks. So like if I had time, I would want to check Uber out.
Okay.
Like I see Jack there all the time. So
Yeah. You talking about Finite?
yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's working at Facebook now, so I think that kind of also helps out. You know, someone that you know and also works at Facebook, another great hacker. Well, the other thing I want to ask is like, I think you do a little bit of mobile hacking. Is that true?
Yes, but not in the sense of like Project Zero mobile hacking, but more I'm looking for certain things that I want.
What do you mean by those certain things? Like, are you looking for like API endpoints or
Yeah.
understanding how an API endpoint works?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So,
I remember you released a blog post about dropping the SSL cert pinning on Facebook before Facebook went down and did it themselves.
oh, yeah, well, somebody did it before on GitHub and it was kind of working, and then they had something else that they posted. I was like, okay, why don't you just put the two together? And it worked. And I was like, okay, well, this works for me, so I'm going with it.
Okay. Let's get a little bit deep. What does this bug bounty community mean to you, man? Like, you're pretty involved. You run a Facebook bug bounty Facebook bug bounty group on Facebook itself. What made you start a Facebook bug bounty community?
Just wanted a place to speak specifically about Facebook bugs because that's my specialty.
Okay.
And I think sometimes niche groups tend to bring about new ideas sometimes. Like, you just got to play with the different groups and get the different ideas from the different groups, so not just one group.
Yeah, because it also shows that you're a little bit invested in the community. And I love seeing that. But do you collaborate with anybody? Like, is collaboration a part of your work? Or do you like to just work solo?
Yes, I am with the Yes team.
You're with what?
The Yes team.
Yes team. What is that?
It's a team that was made probably about a month or two ago.
Very cool. Can you disclose who's on that team?
I'm not. I have to ask them. I didn't really ask before, so. But
Okay. What do you guys do as the team? Like, are you guys just doing bug bounties as a team together on particular programs?
We're mainly invested in one particular program. So.
A private program?
Pardon?
Is it a private program?
No, it's a public program.
Can I ask what program?
It's Facebook.
Oh, so you guys are doing a team. So Yes Team is on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how does this team structure work? Is everyone looking at the same stuff, or does everyone have a different specialty? Like, you look for GraphQL stuff, someone does Recon, or is it everyone just does whatever they like?
It's just mainly inspiration right now. A lot of talking in the group, and ideas are just going back and forth. So there isn't any particular role that's being played. It's just a group of dudes talking about their hacks together.
That's cool, though. I mean, I think you would agree with this too. Like, collaboration is a big part of bug bounties, right? Like, it helps when you work with other people that approach things a different way than you do.
Yeah, definitely. I like the idea that no matter how many ideas you can iterate through a head or through any word generation list, you still need someone else's perspective to take it up a notch.
Yeah, it makes sense. Do you use any tooling at all? Like, do you use any specific tools on a daily basis?
Not well. I guess you can say Python is a tool. So I use a lot of automation through Python. If I'm changing through data, I probably use Python. I use Hopper disassembler for disassembling my IPA files. Okay. Sometimes the Android SO files too. For me, it's cheaper than just going the whole straight up IDE route. That's just crazy for me right now.
But outside of those, do you use Burp regularly?
I use Burp sparingly from time to time, maybe once every month or so. Like if I have a query that I just can't like properly just do by hand easily, that I just can't remember how to do it properly, I'll send it to Burp instead and let it handle what it needs to be handled.
Interesting. What about Recon? Like, Recon wise, do you use any tools? Do you use Aquatone, Sublister?
No, I don't use Aquatone. I use Sublister. I do look out sometimes at bug bounty tip to see if somebody is bringing something that seems interesting.
Okay.
But mostly times when I try it against, I don't know, Facebook, it really doesn't do much for me.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm using it wrong, but it doesn't really help. Or the domains I have aren't really what is in the list that I see in those tools. But that's not to say the tools don't work. I'm sure they do work in other assets or
it makes sense,
programs.
Right? It makes sense. You have the set domains that you look at. You don't have to do Recon at all. You just know where the bugs are and you just continuously monitoring is what I'm assuming now, based on what you've told me so far.
Yeah.
So you're
sometimes.
Okay. But it makes sense. I mean, if you know where to look for bugs, you see that pattern. It's a continuous pattern. You know, if it ain't broke, you don't have to fix it. You just keep on looking at that pattern.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. One of the things I usually ask, my guests when they join me is, since you have been in the industry for a long time, Philippe, like, one of the things that I want to know is, what are 3 things you wish you knew when you first started that you've learned in the past 6 years? Like if you go back, if you could, time travel 6 years ago when you first started, and you had 3 things you can tell yourself about bug bounties to know that would have helped you 6 years ago, what would those 3 things be?
Spend 2 to 3 months reading every spec is one.
Okay.
Become a JavaScript expert is 2.
Okay.
And become great at Android and iOS development in terms of any kind of connections to the internet.
Interesting. So those are the 3 things that I assume becoming good at is what's helped you so far in the past 6 years.
I think those are the things that will help me continue to do good.
So learn Android, iOS, JavaScript, and read the documentation pretty much.
Read the spec.
With the spec.
You fill out spec, yeah.
Really cool. I think I'm going to add that to the list of things that I got to eventually get to. Do you have any certs?
I have OSCP.
Really? Nice. How do you like it? How'd you like doing OSCP?
It was annoying because I still had to do Facebook at the same time.
Did you get value out of doing OSCP?
Yes, I did find a few bugs in Facebook because of thinking I learned through OSCP. So there is value I see in it because it forces you to do your own thing and look for your own way to find the exploit and build the exploit. So it makes you really think on your own and forget like looking everywhere. That whole annoying phrase, try harder. If you just give up asking stuff and you have to just do it on your own. That's how I got out of it for me.
But yeah, the reason I ask is like a lot of people on my stream usually ask like, is OSCP, are certificates important when it comes down to bug hunting? What do you think? Like, do you think?
Yes. If you want to do a deep dive, I say do OSCP, and then come back and do bug bounty hunting.
Interesting. I gotta tackle OSCP. I've always wanted to do OSCP. I just don't know if I'll get value out of it. But hearing you and a few other hackers tell me that OSCP is worth it, it may actually push me to doing it now.
It's not worth. I don't know if it's worth it in any time of long-term gain in career development, but for experience of yourself, like to just see where you're at and how you think versus how they think. I think it's fair. I mean, that's what pen testers do. So I want to do it too. I want to know how they think. I want to know how Red Team thinks. So I do whatever they do, to try to beat them.
Yeah, it makes sense. Do you think, speaking of developers, do you think coding and being a developer, or let me ask it differently. Do you think it's a prerequisite to be to know how to code in order to get involved with bug bounties?
I used to say no, but now I say yes.
Really? What changed your mind?
I realized the importance of knowing how to code and knowing when to see mistakes in code quickly, and how to bring up certain items that you can't really bring up usually. For example, how Jane brings up new features in Facebook. To know how to do those things efficiently makes you faster than everybody else.
So you're saying like knowing how to code would help you identify features that may not already be out there for everybody else to look at, which gives you an advantage, right?
Yes. Or knowing where to look in a Android build for schemes that may not be readily available, or where to look in an iOS build for a GraphQL query that's not readily available.
Okay.
There are different ways that, these different companies hide and embed their data, and then you have to learn how to do it to see if there's anything in there.
Interesting. Yeah, but it doesn't make it it's not, so this is the thing, like it's not really required, but in order for you to become a next level, I don't even know if next level is the right term, but for you to become a better hacker, then you definitely should look into understanding how to code.
Yes. I'd say like someone who's very good at React would probably find a bug in Facebook and we won't even know about it. They just need to try.
Yeah,
That's just my assumption.
no, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I necessarily don't agree. I mean, I don't know how to code properly, but I understand basics of most languages.
Oh yeah, for sure. It doesn't have to be about learning how to code properly, but I've this is something because of Nafi's talk, his slides, and his talk on framework resources. I was on a treadmill one day, and like Nafi was talking, and I was listening through my phone, and he said something about, you know, finding resources first and having knowledge to find it first. So that's all it is for me. Like,
Yeah.
if I need to learn how to code a specific thing, then I'll do that if that pushes me against everybody else first. So at the end of the day, it's who finding bugs first gets the bounty, right?
Right.
So it's just pushing it. Well, not pushing the boundary, but you just want to not have to fight for duplicates. So you do everything in your power and knowledge to fight against that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gives an advantage over other hackers. I mean, looking at someone like Shubs, who's a monster engineer, who's finding crazy bugs, and it kind of helps to know to assume things quicker than having to look it up, right?
Yes, it's good to have telltale signs, canaries that show you when you see it, and you're like, I know there's going to be an issue here. Like, I'll see it sometimes, and sometimes you forget the different levels. Like, you can go lengthwise, widthwise, and depth, and sometimes you just forget to check a way to do it, and it passes you. But
Yeah.
you're a human.
No, I agree. Definitely, I agree. That's a good perspective. Let's change the subject a little bit. Do you have a routine, like when you do hacking? Like, do you have a daily routine you do some things and then you get to hacking?
Right now, I would slightly juggle between 2-3 projects that I'm looking at.
Okay.
So, like there'll be a project in Facebook I'll look at, in their mobile, something I'll look at in like my backlog of files. So I'll look at it. And then I have my automation tool that it tends to bring up assets every day. So I'll look at every asset and see if there's anything there and try to learn what they're trying to do before they actually do anything else.
Okay.
I get an idea.
But how do you stay motivated to hack? Like, what keeps you motivated to keep going back to the same app like Facebook to keep looking for bugs?
Facebook really changes features all the time. So it's, for me, it's like this big kind of journey, not journey, just this search for whatever it is that's out there, and they keep popping up new stuff, and you're like, oh, what's this? And then you go down some rabbit hole, and you're like stuck there for a few days or weeks, and maybe you find something, maybe you don't. But
Yeah, I mean, like, it's got to be hard though, right? Like, it's got to be. The thing I'm trying to get at is like, how do you deal with not finding bugs? I'm sure there's been days when you go through some stuff and you don't find bugs, and how do you keep motivated after that?
I think of it as just, okay, there's no point looking at this right now, and I'll put like a little flag on it. So like in Windows and on the Apple computers, you can go in the folder and you can put like a little label. I'll put a little label and be like, all right, this means I've told about everything I can think about right now. I'll come back to you later. And that's that for me. For motivation, I think it helps to find what you're looking for in bug bounty. That should be whatever your motivation is. For me, it's to keep relatively flexible and to keep an easygoing life.
Right.
So my motivation is that I don't need to push too hard for certain things sometimes. But the days that I don't find bugs, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not finding bugs, but it's not the end of the world. Let me go look back at some backlogs, or let me just go out.
Yeah.
Let me just relax.
Do you
Can't be every day Facebook makes a mistake.
right? Do you deal with burnouts?
I do a lot of like exercise sometimes.
Okay.
Not full out meditation, but like reflections. Recently, this in the last maybe few months, so that I can not try to like get into that zone. I know that zone. I felt in that zone in previous years, but recently I've tried to like become aware of myself and see what it is I want from this. And is it knowledge or is it money? Is it both? Or what is the end goal for it? And if I can get past that and I can get away from myself why it is I feel bummed out about the situation, then maybe I can move forward from it and accept it. You know, it's one of those like things you just have to see from it within. Not like any full out philosophical sense, but you need your own like train, you need your own self push to understand what it is you want from it. You can ask all these different people, but in the end, when you're still there, you've done all you could and you can't find any bugs, it's still in the end what internally you want from it that will push you forward. At least for me, that's what I see it as.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've never tried the meditation route or anything like that, and I think I deal with burnouts a lot. And my way of dealing with burnout is just going to I just close my laptop for a while. I mean, I have to use it for work, but outside of that, I just don't hack. I just leave it alone until I feel better, and I want to go back to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it takes months, right?
I mean, sometimes I think, I don't know. I guess for me, there's a lot of stuff in Facebook that I haven't even checked as yet. It comes down to me reading something or learning something new to try to check it. Like, for example, a lot of the hardware stuff. I'm not into hardware a lot, so I have to read up a lot about hardware. And that's the main burnout for me. It's like, all right, do I have to learn this whole new thing, and how long is it going to take, and how long I'm going to endure for it to reading shit and hoping that there's a bug there for me, out reading all this knowledge and books and resources and whatever stuff that's out there. I do get burnouts, but not recently. It's more just figuring out what I want from it.
Yeah, you said one of the things that I want to understand a little bit better is how do you keep on learning new things? Like how do you stay updated? Like how do you learn new things that you hear about?
Sometimes it's still the same basic way of just having certain people to follow, and you're reading what they're saying and think of any ideas you can mutate on it to figure out something new.
Right.
Sometimes it's just you just have to take a dive. Like I took a dive for something at the start of this year that I didn't know if I'd get a bug on it or not, because in the previous year I got a really big payout. So I said, okay, I'm going to try to see if there's anything left here. And I spent the whole year trying to reverse everything I could find on it. And I'm getting a few payouts for it, but for the first 2-3 months, I didn't know if it would ever amount to anything. Like I kept like being like, okay, what am I doing now? I don't have enough knowledge for this. I'm still trying to fight this down, and I don't know what I'm doing. Is this right? Am I doing it right, or I'm doing it wrong? And I keep reaching that point. And I'm like, okay, but I'm still trying. Let me make note of this, stop for the day, and try again tomorrow. And then kept going, and you finally like reach that tipping point. You're like, okay, I know exactly what I'm trying to do here. And boom, you find a bug, and you know how it goes after that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, are you a full-time bug hunter, or are you just doing it part-time for fun?
I'd say right now for the last year, and a bit. I'm doing full time.
How many hours do you spend a week?
Um, probably about 40, 50.
Wow. So you pretty much are doing it like a full-time job.
Kinda. Sometimes it's very passive what I'm looking for, or I'm redoing or checking some notes. I'm not really like pushing myself like every hour. Okay, you have to find a bug this hour. You have to find a bug this hour. I'm like, okay, I'm checking some shit and looking for why did I not figure this out last week Tuesday?
Right.
Kind of bugs or notes. So there's a lot of stuff that I haven't figured out yet that I'm going back to. I want to make sure and check all the places I wanted to look at, because in the past I've seen that I'd not look at something and then I'd see somebody report a bug and it's like a month or two after me. I was like, if I just checked that little place, if I didn't want to just leave it there, that would have been mine. I mean, not in like a selfish sense, but it's like I left it alone because I didn't want to check it.
Yeah.
And it comes down to what Franz Rosen said at Singapore. It's like they're going to be doing stuff out there that they just don't want to check, that are tedious and boring, and you just have to do it. And they actually come out and give you good payouts for that. You just have to bear with it. That's suffering.
Yeah, I agree. The other thing that I also want to understand is, do you deal with the imposter syndrome sometimes?
No, not really anymore. I used to, but I just didn't care anymore after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain to people on the stream like who the term that I used today was who gives a shit.
Yeah, it's what you want to get out of it. Like, imposter to who? Who's you imposter to? What is your audience? I really don't care. It's not something I care about anymore.
Yeah. Let's talk about a little bit personal. What are some of your hobbies, man? What do you do outside of bug bounties? What do you do for fun?
Mario Kart.
Did you what?
Mario Kart.
What is that?
Mario Kart Double Dash for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. What else? Oh, Mario Kart. I just realized what you're saying. Sorry. It cut out both times you said it, and I was trying to fill in the blanks.
No problem.
Mario Kart.
Just gym, running. I do a lot of running. I used to do a lot of 5Ks and marathons before bug bounties.
Oh, wow.
Kind of cut on a lot. Sorry?
I said, oh, wow. I didn't know you did 5K marathons. That's cool.
Yeah, I used to do 5Ks. I used to do half marathons, but like bug bounties used to take up a lot of time. So I was like, okay, I'm going to cut down on my training for a bit and try to see how much I could find in this stuff.
That's cool. What kind of music are you into?
I'm varied. When I'm hunting, I tend to be listening to house. When I'm thinking, like just trying to get space, be between house, rap, hip hop, probably local music, soca. Yeah.
I want to hear the
some
hip hop
jazz
part.
sometime.
I like the hip hop part. What do you listen to as far as hip hop?
The regular heavy hitters, Jay-Z, Drake, all of them. Like anybody who's recent, I'll give them a listen. Sometimes they don't sound that well, but I'll still give them a listen. Just
Do you listen to Logic?
Yes, I do. I did see Logic at Facebook Developers Conference.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. Speaking of the developer conference, you go to those every year almost.
Yes.
Why?
Because they release features there first.
And you just go from a bug bounty perspective?
Yes.
So you take a trip every year to go to the F5, right? Is that what they call it?
F8. Yeah,
F8, sorry.
Yeah.
So you go to this conference every year just to get your hands on this new features.
Yep. And sometimes employees say things they shouldn't be saying.
Wait, tell me more about this if you don't mind. Has it paid off?
The first time, but it wasn't like in a social engineering sense. I was like, they had developer booths, and I said, hey, this feature in API does this, and it gives me this response. And it's like, oh yeah, really? I don't know if it's supposed to do that. It's like, I don't think so either. It's like, let me check the back end. It's like, okay, cool. Go to the next boot, ask them the same question, and say, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's not supposed to do this. Okay, cool. Sit back down right there, open my laptop, send a report before any of them could send anything, and collect on my bounty.
Oh, that is brilliant, dude. That's fucking awesome. So you go.
So,
That's really good. That blows my mind. How many of these have you gone to?
I can't really remember, maybe four.
And I assume every time you've gone to it, it was valuable.
The first few times, I would not lie, Facebook Graph API has changed over the years because of the whole Cambridge Analytica stuff. A lot
Yeah.
of the endpoints are locked down. So they don't really release features the same way they used to previously. So right now it's more about talks. It's not about demos. It's not about showing you what they can. So it changes, but you still learn new things. They still learn what they're going to try to do next before a lot of people figure it out, which is good for me. So when the string is coming in JavaScript or wherever call I see it, like, oh, I remember this phrase from F8 conference. I know exactly what this is trying to do.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've it blows my mind that like the whole thing is about staying ahead of the game. I use like the marketing updates for when I hack on Airbnb. That's how I get my new products. But flying over to go to a conference by Facebook is some next level shit, dude.
Yeah, I have to stay in front and see what you can.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna ask you what I call Ash Fox's question. Ash always asks the same question every time I have a guest, and it's been something that's stuck now. What do you think the bug bounty community and the industry is headed to in the next 3 to 5 years? And let's start with that. And where do you hope it would end up?
I think there's going to be a grab for who can be the dominating automation service.
Really?
So not talking on a bounty hunter scale, but somebody as a bounty hunter may be releasing a service out there and offering it to programs.
Asset
And
note.
basically clearing out any kind of low quality, low hanging fruit that's you can basically find from Paraminer or any kind of IDO that just relies on changing IDs and any kind of subdomain takeovers that are still out there with public available proof of concepts.
Interesting.
That's what I think.
Yeah, no, it's like when you say that, I automatically think asset note, right? Like asset note
Yeah,
is
well,
kind of
that's
going
another
up.
was the first one that I thought would really like take over, but I haven't seen anything yet from me. And like I waiting for it to take over and it hasn't made its move. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's gonna be happy for a while. But I'm waiting for somebody to make the move and see what happens from there. Hopefully everybody will level up and learn new techniques and new creative ways to find stuff when the low level bugs are gone.
Do you really think there's going to be at some point when the low hanging fruit bugs are gone?
The ones that are easy to check for, the ones that you can put in a Python script and like look for. You just throw up the endpoints for and just check for it. Yeah.
Oh, so you're thinking like, okay, so you think stuff that could be automated with the endpoint, like example, like Tomcat managers and
Yeah,
those things that
Tomcat
are,
managers or just people who take the time to just go through their endpoints and log them and keep checking for them and keep checking for anybody who makes a mistake and does a rollback. It's like, hey, you did a rollback for this endpoint. I was checking for every 5 minutes for last year. You know, like those kind of nasty bugs.
yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. You post a lot of you post some sort of a short blog post of the things that you find on Facebook. Is that still accurate?
Yeah, I post reports. So like kind of summarized versions of reports that I reported to Facebook with some things redacted. I would change up some of the titles and the paragraphs and the sections. But yeah,
Why? Like, why do you post those?
because when I started, it was because of posts like that was the automation tool. It
Your
was
automation tool
because
just
of
went off.
posts. Yeah, it wasn't because of posts like and again like Jack and Josie and Steven, they showed me what was out there and what you needed to think for. And like from there I like started to look and like okay, and I kept coming back to their posts and was like, wow, y'all really thought this out. And like how much you all had to go through to reach this level. And everybody just building on everybody, making that new idea come out. So I still believe in the power of, giving knowledge out there without like giving your own techniques too much.
Right.
And I know people warn me about that, but I'm like, all right, cool. Well, if all you want to do is follow me, then that's all you'll be. I want somebody who's bringing out new ideas.
Yeah, and it looks like you have like 17 pages, and each page has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 170 posts you have on here. Of all.
I don't know the exact number. It's probably over 100, but I can't remember the exact number right now. Some of them are like, I think 2 are each one CTFs. So
yeah, but it dates all the way back to like 2013. I'm looking at it right now, and this is cool. Like I didn't realize how much data you have on Facebook on your website.
Yeah, my first bug is there. The very first post is my very first bug.
That's your Insights API bug?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, you posted a proof of concept for it too. That's cool.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Yeah, it's because of people who publicly posted their proof of concepts and like how they thought about things. It's helped me understand. It's not to say that you need a spoon-fed way, but it helped me get what was Facebook's vulnerabilities and what needed to be checked.
Very cool. Well, so this is pretty much what I call the first part of the interview. The second part is less casual. I mean, yeah, it's more casual and more fun. What I do is I ask some easy questions on the first part of it, and the second part is I throw some words at you, and I just reply with whatever comes to your mind. 1 word, 1 sentence, something short.
Okay.
It's just for the fun. The first part, I asked you an easy question. What was your first bug bounty program you ever hacked on?
You know the answer to this.
Huh?
You know the answer to this.
Facebook?
Yeah.
What was your first bug? Obviously, it was the one the Inside API.
Yeah, everything's there.
What was your first purchase with your bug bounty money?
My first purchase. A burger at TGIF.
You really went to TGIF to celebrate?
I wanted to check to see if the card would work. Back then, they had the credit cards for Facebook.
Oh, yeah, the credit card Facebook gift cards.
Yeah, like they got so much trouble with people. Like every time I used them, people thought I was trying to like do fraud. And they're like, let me see your ID. No, it's a real card. I loved it. I loved using it.
Oh, that's awesome. What is the best purchase you've had with your bug bounty money?
The best purchase. I paid for my parents to go to see my brother.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
So I paid for the flights.
What is your favorite bug type?
My favorite bug type? I don't want to say logic. I want to say I like seeing people's SSRFs, like your SSRF and the PDFs and stuff like that. I like those bugs. I wish I can find more of those on Facebook. But, they're too hard. But...
Makes sense. Those are, for me, it was mostly research. And in bug bounties, what makes it great is you can do whatever research you want, as long as you go look for it.
Yeah.
Who are some of the hackers that you collaborate with, if you can name anybody?
Okay, I can name one.
Okay.
I collaborated with Josie.
Okay, cool. Are there any hackers you want to collaborate with? Do you have a wish list of like, oh, it'd be cool to collaborate with this hacker?
I already have them.
So you don't have anybody you want to collaborate with?
I already have them. They're already in the team.
Oh, very cool. What's your favorite tool?
What is my favorite tool? Let me just give it a check. PB Paste.
Okay. Let's see.
Outside of that, XXD.
Okay. What else do I have here? Favorite tool, favorite book type, and your favorite hobby was Mario Kart. We already talked about it.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm trying to release stress, I play Kim Kardashian Hollywood. It's a Facebook iOS game.
Really?
It's just a top game. Yeah.
I've never played it.
It's just a release energy for me. Something I just fun I watch. So
cool. So let's do the second part. I'm gonna throw words at you. Some of them are gonna be random. Some of them are gonna be fun. First
so I
word.
would say one word or something like that.
One word, one sentence. Whatever comes to your brain first. I just spit it. Whatever comes out first. Bounties.
Water.
Mario Kart.
Fun.
Drake.
Conflicted.
DJ Khaled.
Superstar.
Facebook.
No words.
Uber.
Tempting.
Oh, okay. The bug bounty community.
Interesting, divided, but connected at the same time.
That's a really good way to put it. GraphQL.
Just a schema. You can't hack it.
Bug bounty platforms.
Very tempting. Needs a lot of thinking.
Okay. Live hacking events.
Stocking.
Yeah. Collaboration.
Unique.
Cool. Well, hey, I want to say thank you for joining me. This was really, really cool. I've never gone to really have I've never had a like conversation directly with you about just hacking. We've had few conversations that were not positive in the past.
Okay.
But I really want to. I really, really appreciate you coming on this, on the show or on the stream, and on your Sunday, spending some time with me, giving us some, dropping some knowledge, telling us about your hacking experience. I appreciate everything you do for the community, especially with the stuff that you've done with Facebook, the Facebook group, your website, indexing all your findings, and always connecting people in the community. So I want to say thank you for everything you do, dude. And I appreciate you being on here.
Thank you for doing these Sunday stuff.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Again, this is Philip Hardwood. I know X just dropped his website on the chat, so if you're going to check out his blog posts, there are a ton of stuff on his website about how he has done Facebook hacking. Tons of phones just on Facebook. Make sure you check out his website. I'll drop down his Twitter handle as well. It's just PHWD. I'll put it in the chat. Make sure you give him a follow. Thanks again, man. I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll run into each other at some conference. I know we didn't get to hang out at DEF CON like we were planning to, but hopefully we'll cross paths at some point.
Maybe SG.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
That was awesome. Very happy to see HWD join me today. The interview was a lot shorter than what I expected it to be, just mostly because I think it's mostly because he is very, very invested in Facebook, and it also shows that being invested in one bug bounty program is very, very helpful. It's obviously worked out for him to talk about to make money from just one program and learning that program as much as he can. But yeah, that was the interview with him. I think I'm going to take off for today. But before I do, I'm going to drop these notes on the chat if it lets me. Oh, it won't let me. I'm going to drop the link to these into the chat. If anybody wants to have a look at them, you're more than welcome to. Let me see if I can make sure it works. Oh, I can't share it for some reason. Let me see. How do I share this? It gives me access to like share the link, but it doesn't let me actually share it. Oh, share. There we go. Share. Yeah, it's not letting me share the link. I gotta figure out how to do this. Maybe I'll just put it in a Google Drive and tweet it out once it's better. We'll keep on building on this maybe next week, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, that's it for me for today. Thank you all for joining me. This was very fun. Before I get off, what did you guys think about the format that I had today? Should we keep on just doing hacking on Sundays? Was this a better format than the weeks before? Should we continue to just purely hack on Sundays and just develop stuff on Saturdays? Cool. Also, a big thank you to both SecurityBee and X being here every Sunday, moderating this for me. And a big thank you to Bitcode and Bitwise, who've always been spreading love through my channel and gifting people with subs. I really do appreciate it. Can't thank you guys enough. I'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to wrap up the Web Academy stuff. Do some more CTFs. So if you're not familiar with my stream, Tuesdays are my CTF days. Saturdays are going to be development. And Sundays will be the day when I do some of this. Also, Saturdays I play video games too. Oh, Bitcoin's ready for PUBG. You don't want to catch his hands, dude. Are we still on for Ryzen? What do you mean? Let's do X6C on Tuesday. Ooh, maybe. I'll play on Saturdays. Wait. Jason, you want to play some PUBG, man? I forgot you were I forgot I have gamer friends. Is anyone getting Call of Duty? Okay, well, maybe we'll bring... Okay, if Saturdays work with you, Jason, I'll definitely bring on a Saturday. Maybe we can hack a little bit, build some tools on automation, and then we can play some duos. But yes, my times are below on my page. And if you want to get a $50 DigitalOcean credit, go down below and click on the link. My Discord link is down below. Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Mario Kart Saturday. I don't know. We'll see about that. I do have a Switch. But yeah, again, I really appreciate everyone being here. Really. Thank you guys for being here and spending your Sunday with me. I'll be back on Tuesday. I am going to buy the new Call of Duty so I can play it with other people on different platforms. I'm going to buy it on PC. Other than that, I'll be on Discord. I know that I'm not very, very active on my own Discord channel, but I do monitor every message. It takes me a lot of time, but I do read everything and try to reply as much as I can. Other than that, I'm out. Gonna go get some lunch. And thanks again. We'll talk on Tuesday. Oh, and I'm going to release my new stream day soon. I don't know when, but there's going to be a new date added soon. All right, I'm out. Peace.